I don't really see nobody stopping me. I done overcome a lot of shit. Came from the bottom to the top, and esophagus. Hardest sparking, but the parking if they doubting it.
What's going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to TCR. I'm Dolan, and this is Tactical CO2 Replicas. Last week we talked about this new project that I was gonna do with my new dpms, and things are coming together. I actually shot another video. Unfortunately, the camera angles really sucked. Things didn't work out right, so I really didn't get the install video done for this project. As far as the front handguard goes, but I will still explain to you guys everything that's going on and what has gone on since we last talked. So regardless, check that bad boy out. Now this is the Lancer Tactical Blackhawk, and I mean the install was pretty easy, but it did turn out fantastic. As far as the voting went, I decided to go with both builds. I decided to do a collaboration of both builds. So I'm probably going to end up redoing my old SBR or DPMS because I already have the buttstock installed or the buffer tube installed and everything. And I didn't want to do it to this one because Magpul has a similar version of this. I think it's a UBR system or buttstock, and it looks very similar to this. And I'm probably just going to add a pad to this, put a pick rail on the bottom here for your unipod, or you know what I'm saying, your kickstand and whatnot. And just like I said before, I'm gonna do the accessories and everything else. But I'm really loving how this turned out, guys. So let's talk about what I had to do to make this happen. It was easy enough. The one problem is on the DPMS, when you take it all apart, I'll explain with this one and explain what I did to this one. It has these screws. The screws here hold the barrel together. It is what mounts the barrel, and the barrel is what holds the barrel shroud. And the barrel shroud is what holds the barrel inside. These two screws is what actually holds that whole thing together inside. So without those, you're not really able to mount this. Also, it comes with the normal ring that you would have to mount like a normal AR. Problem is, it doesn't work for this. So what I had to do is take those original screws. I had to cut them to length, and then cut not Phillips, but just flathead screwdriver slots in it for that to work. I could show you, but tell you what, it probably won't be this episode, but I probably will get around to taking it apart and show you guys more in depth of how this is done. Also, I had to take a piece of plastic which was about the size of let's say about 1.5 inch diameter PVC to go around this, and then it's all screwed together. So this is basically a clamp system, so it tightens down on top of the barrel. So you need something in between there for it to clamp to in order to be sturdy. And anyway, how this all worked out, it worked out pretty good. As you guys that tinker, you easily get this done, and it turned out great. Actually makes me want to do something more with the barrel on the inside now that you can see it. But I mean, you guys in the comments, let me know what you think of this so far. Since I took off the other original barrel, I decided that I was going to make this one longer as well. So what I did was I went ahead and sectioned it, cut off 4 inches or so. I left my ruler over there, but yeah, it's roughly 4 inches, and I cut that off and then flipped it, the base, put it together, and used the barrel extension to put them together. So no, it is not adhered. I didn't glue it because I wanted it all to be able to still come back apart. So this one's full quad pick rail. I didn't measure it yet, but as you can see, I'm pretty sure it's over 12 inches. Well, definitely over 12 inches. I say roughly 14. But it turned out pretty nice and it's looking pretty good. But like I said, I wanted to do a futuristic build, but I'm going to do it on both. This one, I'm going to go ahead and probably buy that other, it's a fixed buttstock. Not really into fixed buttstocks, but this style just looks so good and cool that I have to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, with that said, today, I got this package in, and we're going to be installing it is a sling mount kit, and everything that comes here, I got this off Amazon. It was not very expensive at all. Comes with your QD sling, comes with QD sling points, also comes with, it's like a QD lanyard or something. I'm not sure exactly what this is for. It seems it's got notches in it, so it's adjustable. So I'm thinking it's supposed to go around your, well, no, I'm not sure. I haven't figured this part out yet, but we'll get to that eventually. But it also comes with your sling points to go beneath your castle nut and so forth, but we won't be using that. It also comes with these QD sling straps, which is, man, everything that comes in this kit is pretty awesome. That will be able to go around here if you needed to. And I'm going to check something real quick since I have this, because that looks like a QD sling on the handguard, and I want to see if it is. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. Already QD sling on the handguard. It's got up front and in the back. That's awesome. Perfect. It's exactly what I wanted to go down. But anyway, real quick, just for you guys, I decided that since I'm keeping this, I'm gonna go ahead. The actual UBR, I believe it's called, by Magpul, has QD slings. Well, there's version 2 that has a QD sling point here and also up front near the end of the buffer tube. So we're just going to mount these here, and I swear I decided I wanted it at the rear. So we're going to do that real quick for you guys. And I decided the best way to do this, I could pre-drill the holes. I don't have the exact threader to do this, but I've tested on some plastic, old buttstock that I'm not going to use. I decided to test it, and these threads work good enough from my these self tappers. So we're just going to use those. So let's go ahead and figure out where we're mounting these, of course. And I decided that I was pretty much going to mount it straight on like this, maybe even angled, which that wouldn't look bad. But we also, the main thing is we have to make sure that the screws don't interfere with what's going on inside. So I haven't done all that yet, but we're going to just check that out. I don't want to drill a whole bunch of holes and not know. So that goes all the way to the end. So we can't go any deeper than that or it will interfere. So let me see. Should we mount it there? No, I like this mounting point. I believe that that's going to work out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to end up mounting it right here on the end. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. So down. Okay, let's go ahead and mark our spot for our holes. Don't want it to right there. That's not long enough, so we're gonna have to score it. This isn't long enough to reach through, so let's use the screw itself. And I'll just use the screw itself to score these holes, and we'll drill it in and get this thing done. I'm going to put it on both sides. I may not have to put you guys through all that, but let's see. There, doesn't protrude. Yep, right there. Okay, there's one. Make sure it's still centered and flat. I could clamp it down, but you know, I'm hasty. I just like to get it done. All right, let's move that out of the way. See how we're doing here. All right, as you guys can see, that should be plenty enough for that screw. Should be plenty enough for that screw. And let's see. I want to make sure it's not angled terribly. Goes all the way in. Does not interfere. Boom. That's the ticket. Now you guys could say I could just self-tap it in. I could just use these self-tappers and tap it in. The reason why I'm not is because once you put them in here, they interfere with the top and they would be really angled. And I don't want to do that. I want flush screws, so that's the way we're going to go about it. And as I said, this should be simple enough. Nice and easy little install. All right. All screw holes line up. And what did I do with that? There's one. Should be the right size. No, that's not it. There it is. All right, let's get this bad boy threaded. Like I said, this should thread just properly with no problem. So, make sure we got this other hole lined up. Okay, my stupid light is hindering me from seeing. Guess what? I'm going to re-drill this hole. It's a little bit off. Kind of figured that would happen. Should have just did one hole and swung it around, but you know what? It's all right. That's tight. Let's do this here. I'm gonna try a different theory. Like I said, I haven't done this. I got this. Do I need to open this one? Let's see. That's way too big. And I wish I had the actual plugs to do this, you know, the drill tap for it, but this will work just fine for what I'm doing. And it should hold nice and sturdy. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to try something else too, just to see how it works. So you guys try a different method. It don't matter, you know. Let's just see what happens. This is usually why I don't like to do install videos, because you never know what you might come across. Dang, what's going on here? And different variables, especially when you're just trying something out. All right, I'm gonna get my knife. had that in the first place. That was a lot easier. Okay, there's new drill bits. I'm thinking this should be. There. All right, we'll try out this one. Double check. Measure twice, cut once. Yeah, I should go into my storage and get my caliper, but you know what? I don't feel like doing all that today, guys. I'm just tired. I got off work. I want to play with my guns, get a project done. If this turns out long, you know, you guys can cut through or whatever. It's all good. But it shouldn't take long. Let's try this. All right. This should work out good. If it doesn't, hey, trial and error, man. Sometimes you gotta try it out to see what it's about, man. Guess what? This should thread just fine. It's just plastic. Should work out just fine. Now, I'm giving it the option so that I can, you know what? That feels a lot better than using a self-tapper, and I think that's going to be the method, guys. Hopefully you heard that. If not, like I said, I figured that actually feels a lot more sturdy than that first screw. But there's a mount there. Will not interfere with anything. And what did I do with that? There it is. There is my sling. Boom, we got it right there. And boom, right there. I do not have this thing measured at all. Nor have I messed with it yet. But that's not the side I'd be mounting it on either. But I want the option. So there we go. Sling's mounted on one side. Do this other side real quick, guys, and we'll call this video a wrap. And on the next video, we will be doing the SIG extended magazine. I gotta wait for more parts on this one before I continue on this project, and we'll get to that. But set that down. Let's do this. Now that actually worked out pretty quick, pretty good. It took a few minutes. Let's try this and do it again. This time we'll just do the first screw. All right, let's move this a little bit so I can get it right there. Right there. Make sure I got it in the same spot. Yep. Wow, that blew through pretty quick. All right, I'm going to put this first screw in first this time. Off me. I'm going to make it its own self-tapper. It's going to make its own threads. It's plastic. Should work out just fine as long as you go slow. Sure it's the same angle. Looks to be the same to me. All right, that's good enough. I want to over tighten it. throw this other screw in here, guys. I got plastic everywhere. I'm gonna have to vacuum and clean up. And my wife will probably try to kill me while I'm sleeping. I hope she wouldn't. She claims she loves me. So we'll run with that. Man, this is working out great. And it doesn't feel like, as long as we don't over tighten them, we shouldn't strip them. But I'll probably be putting some kind of like Loctite or something in there, in those screw holes later on. Put all these nice little M-lock mounts in here. Put everything aside. And just real quick, guys, I'm going to show you how that looks. I don't think it looks bad at all. And like I said, I'm going to add a pick reel for the monopod, or whatever. Yeah, monopod. That's what it's called. Doesn't interfere. And I love it. I think it looks freaking awesome. I think this one's actually turning out pretty freaking awesome as well. I'm going to probably be changing the color scheme on this one. Or we might still go with the gray, the stealth gray, which I really do like. It's like for urban combat type deal here. And we will be doing the other components as well. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. We got the QD sling ready to go, mounted up. I have not yet got it measured and whatnot, but you know what? I think we're good to go, guys. We're good to go. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to make it so it's like single point. Actually, the thing about this sling point is it also does have the option to be single sling point. So, you know, once I get it all adjusted and whatnot, went the wrong way with that. It does have your option for a single sling point. So, but of course you usually want to mount that near the rear. So we'll probably figure that out too. I want to make all options, every option possible. But there's that. Here's this badass gun. And of course, you guys know this optic will not be staying on there. I just can't stand the look of it without an optic. So I had to have something on there. So stay tuned for the next episode, guys. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate your time. And as always, thanks for checking out Tactical CO2 Replicas. And we'll see you later.
I don't really see nobody stopping me. I done overcome a lot of shit. Came from the bottom to the top, and this I forget.